shocking Hololive termination. I want to see more about this because as far as I've looked into it, I really can't get a lot of information as to why or what really happened. Hololive said it was a breach of NDA, but aside from that, we don't really know much.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rep here. So it's only been a few weeks into 2024, but it's already been a very turbulent year for the VTubing scene. We've seen
absolutely awful year for VTubers already.
A lot of things happening over the past couple of weeks. However, none of those things are quite as shocking as what we're going to cover in this video, and that is the termination of Hololive member Yozora Mel.
I thought we were going to get off and just slander Niji Sanji all month. And here we are, bros. Here we are having a Gen 1 Hololive VTuber piecing out from us. This is crazy, man.
This is a very, very big deal because she is someone who is an OG face of Hololive, someone who is very well respected, and this termination announcement caught so many people by surprise.
Literally, no one saw this coming. It just, boom, it happened, like overnight.
And left them confused as to how this could have happened. Making this even more crazy is the fact that she is from the initial wave of Hololive VTubers. She is from the very first generation. You can see some of the faces around her. This is a very big deal that she is being terminated out of nowhere. So as you can see, her account goes all the way back to 2018. She's been VTubing with Hololive for 5 years and 8 months.
Literally, not even just like a Hololive OG, but that's an all VTuber OG. For all VTubers, the entire culture, everything, she's been here since nearly the very beginning.
Nearly 6 years she's been working with Hololive and is suddenly terminated out of nowhere. That tells you how shocking this is.
It must be like really, really serious for Cover Corp to do something like this. Because usually, if it was like a minor transgression against the company, for someone that's been around as long as Mel has, you'd think that they would like try to make amends. You know what I mean? Like, see what they can do. Maybe they can brush it under the table and they can bandage things up. But they're not doing that. They're terminating her contract.
So let's look at the actual announcement.
Fucking
you can
crazy.
see from Cover here saying announcement regarding termination of contract with Yozora Mel. We regret to announce that as of January 16th, 2024, we have terminated our virtual YouTuber master agreement with Yozora Mel of Hololive. It has been confirmed that Yozora Mel has been engaging in acts that violated her contract by leaking information that she acquired from the company to third parties. As a result, we have determined that it's become difficult to continue managing and supporting her, and with agreement from the talent, we have elected to make this decision.
I've seen a lot of speculation. It's speculation. It's purely speculation, okay? Or people are saying that she got Rushia. People are saying it had something to do with her collab with Kotoka from Niji Sanji. But none of that shit is confirmed, okay, guys? And what's more curious is that they're saying that this was a mutual agreement as well. They're saying with agreement from the talent. Or at least that's what they're saying in the contract, okay? So it's just like, it's mind-blowing that, like, how did this happen? And what was so extreme that brought them to this?
Now, of course, this sounds like a violation of non-disclosure agreements. This is the same reason that Rushia was terminated back in 2022. It sounds like the same reasoning. The scenarios might be different. We don't really know what exactly happened, but she leaked information to a third party that violated her NDA, and they made a mutual agreement to terminate their contract. But going forward, it says, to all of our fans and partners, we deeply appreciate all of the great support you have provided throughout the activities that Yozora Mel has engaged in over a period of 5 years and 8 months since her debut as a part of the first generation of Hololive.
Now, I know a lot of people are probably watching this, especially on the Western side of things. Probably haven't watched Mel. Maybe you have. Maybe it's your Oshi. Maybe not. But if she's not, you know, for me, I haven't really watched much of her content. But just try and imagine that she's your Oshi. Put your Oshi in her place, okay? And think about how all the fans are feeling in this moment, right? Especially if it's your Oshi for nearly 6 years. This is like an insane, incredible blow to all of VTubing. And it's a horrible way to start the year.
It is with regret that we must report this matter in spite of the long-standing activities of Yozora Mel. We sincerely apologize for the information we are providing at this time. We'll be closing down her channel and membership by the end of February 2024. We are taking this matter very seriously, and we intend to make further efforts into instructing our affiliated talents on compliance matters so that similar incidences do not happen again in the future. Now, that part is very interesting because a lot of people look at this and they're starting to speculate as to whether the leak of information was intentional or an accident.
If it really was an accident, though, like, would they go this far to terminate? If it was really like a tehe whoopsie moment, right? Like, won't happen again. You know, if I was running Hololive, I would get Mel some compliance matters training and then let her go back to work, right? Why would you? I wouldn't fire one of my longest standing, most experienced members and then promise to get everybody else training when you can give her training, right?
And that's just something we probably will never get an answer to, but clearly it was some important information and enough for a long-standing member like this to be terminated. And you know this is a very big deal when the CEO himself comes out with a statement through this quote saying, "Unfortunately, we have come to the decision to terminate the contract regarding Yozora Mel. Thank you very much to all the fans who have supported us so far. I would like to thank her for her hard work so far." Now, this is a pretty big deal. I don't recall any situation where he has actually made a public statement regarding a graduation or termination of a Hololive talent.
That's crazy.
That just goes to show you how big of a deal this is. And the fact that clearly they still have the best of wishes for this talent, but they had to make this decision based on their own analysis of the situation.
I feel like, you know, Mel's been around for so long and it is such a big deal that if he didn't say something, if Yago didn't have some kind of announcement or something to say to the community, it would look wrong. And the fans would feel kind of cheated, I think.
And the public reaction has been one of shock because as users like this have pointed out, she is the epitome of someone who is not problematic in any way. For many years, there's absolutely nothing that anyone's had an issue with. She is not controversial in any way. So based on that and the swift termination, it must have been some pretty serious stuff that was leaked. Now, we're not affixing blame. Maybe it was an accident or something like that. And I don't like speculating into things, but clearly it must have been something pretty serious for them to let go a member like her. Someone from their first...
If it wasn't super serious, then literally everybody at Hololive, all the talents, would be ultra concerned for their careers and their channels, right? And all the fans would be concerned as well.
First generation. And as Hirohei has pointed out with a screenshot of some of his videos covering her story over the years, she had a pretty rough start with Hololive. A lot of different things were happening, but in particular, she was dealing with situations where she was being harassed in real life.
Wow.
And then finally, she had a kind of a resurgence in her career, a real comeback. And she's been doing extremely well ever since then. And it's clear that she had no intention of stopping anytime soon. But here we are with her abrupt termination. And as you might see from her channel, one day ago was her last live stream. And this was a Hololive member correlation diagram stream, 3 hours long. And this is a very interesting stream, especially since it was a day ago, because this was the content in focus. Now, thanks to users like this for providing some translations, but basically what she did was she went through all the Hololive members and said something about them, and most of it was compliments about their talent as a Hololive member.
That's so fucking sad, man. It's so sad, bro. It's literally like a funeral or something.
She also shared and reminisced of memories that they shared together. And the timing of that has some people speculating that it was a stealth graduation stream or something like that. We don't really know, but I guess I understand based on the timing why some people might have come to that conclusion, because this...
I can see why people would speculate and treat it as such, but also it is kind of like a New Year's thing to do something like this. So
it was only one day before the termination announcement was made. And it seems like the content of the stream is a sort of goodbye, or at least a compliment and a nice way to thank all of the other Hololive members for the time and experiences that they shared together. And on top of that, earlier this morning, only a short time after that stream, we had another first generation member, Fubuki, make this stream alongside our other first gen members, talking about the situation and addressing some things. And it was a short stream, about 13 minutes, but of course, it's still new, it's in Japanese, so there's a little bit of translations out there, and here's an example of that. And here's a quick summary. Basically, they went over the situation. They said they're as shocked as anyone else is, and they're extremely sad to see their gen mate go, but also they want to persist, okay? They're going to continue working as a 4-member unit, and they are going to do their best to be positive about things moving forward, and they want to encourage fans to continue to be positive about the situation and to look forward to some new projects. And they also noted that some future projects were interrupted by this termination, but it seems like they're going to be doing things to overcome that and possibly switch up whatever they have to do to make it happen. But we saw some more comments. It really goes in line with that stream summary. Fubuki making this tweet earlier this morning saying, "Thank you everybody for listening," referring to the stream. "I thought I could speak calmly, but I'm sorry that I became difficult to hear. All the first year students have been exchanging words that let's do our best. From now on, let's do our best."
That's crazy.
And here's another first gen mate saying, "Thank you for listening to my story. All the first year students have been talking about trying their best from now on. I think the change from heart will be gradual, but let's keep looking forward to what we can do. Let's do our best for today."
They're just moving on. I mean, they have to, but it's like, it doesn't really answer anything, you know? They're just like, all that's gonna keep going. Graduation is gonna happen. Like, contract terminated. Next stream tomorrow, and then they're gonna keep making content, and it feels like we'll never really have like closure about this whole incident. But we're just gonna write it out, and then people will probably just forget after a while. It seems like.
And of course, we would get an actual statement from Yozora Mel herself, and this would be another translated segment. It looks pretty good, but, you know, obviously nothing's perfect with these translations, but here's the message saying, "To all of you, I am so sorry for the anxiety and discomfort and inconvenience I have caused to so many people this time around. I deeply regret my thoughtless behavior. I have already resolved the matter through mutual discussion with the management. He also kindly allowed me to publish this letter. I am sorry to have to say goodbye in this way to everyone who has helped me. I had a dream that I wanted to achieve with all of my Kapumin. I am sorry that I could not keep my promise, but the memories of the Kapumin and all Hololive members will not disappear. I will not forget them. I will always watch over you all. I will always love you. Thank you for everything, and I am really sorry." And this really caps off the feel of this entire thing. Out of left fields, in an unfortunate situation where it seems like this was just the only result, the only route that Mel and Hololive could go forward with this was to part ways mutually. And it seems like she's very sorry for whatever she did. Again, we know it's NDA violations, but we don't know exactly what. And we probably never will. But clearly it was enough for this termination to happen. And a lot of people are upset, including her gen mates and millions of fans across the world. But yeah, shocking stuff today, and I just wanted to share some of the updates regarding that. And as always, feel free to share all of your thoughts in the comments section.
I feel like I don't have closure on this whole incident, man. It's just like, it's sad, and it's over. It's like your grandma had a heart attack, but there's no funeral. I'll see you at work on Monday. Like, huh?
Section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Well, I mean that is a good video. I mean that's all there was really to it. That's just it. That's the end. That's how it's gonna be. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time, dude. Everybody was on the hating Niji Sanji bandwagon, and now no one knows how. Everyone's just universally upset.